You are not dying today. That is what I told to myself while I was standing by the wall and praying for the earthquake would end. This happened on September 19, 2017, when a 7.1 earthquake occurred in Mexico City. I remember it was Tuesday. It was around 1 p.m. and I was at one of my clients' office. And despite I was only on the second floor, I remember that the building movement, felt really, really strong. I I was in front of the stairs, like 2 meters from the stairs, and there were people like running and they fell down. There were people trying to go down the stairs and they fell down. There were people screaming. There were people crying. There were people crying, praying. It was an awful scene. And after the earthquake over, we were able to go out to the street. And this is a moment when I realized the magnitude of the event, because I remember I saw and I heard a couple of helicopters in the sky, and then I heard the sirens of the ambulances, the sirens of the fire trucks. I heard people screaming, I heard people crying in the distance, so it was terrible. I wasn't able at that moment to go back to my office for picking my car and picking my stuff, because obviously public transportation collapsed and you were not able to take any kind of transportation, so I had to walk to my home. It was a 30 minute walk, and I remember I saw horrible things. I hope I never passed for this again. Since earthquakes are very common in Mexico City, in Mexico, we are kind of used to know about protocols and about simulations. In fact, I have official training in both earthquakes and fires, since I am part of my company's brigade, the Edelman's Brigade. Um, and I really believe that this training and all the information I previously had uh, helped me to react more accurate in the emergency situation that was the earthquake. So for me, the lesson about my story is that you have to be prepared for emergency situations. And regarding preparation, the first step you have to make is to have an emergency kit at your house, at your home. Um, I know that there in Halifax you don't have earthquakes, you don't have hurricanes or tsunamis, but you could have a flood or a blackout. And remember, an emergency situation could happen anywhere, anytime, and could happen to all of us. It does not have to be like such a dramatic as an earthquake or a hurricane. And for example, 2 years ago, did you ever imagine that something like the pandemic would happen to the world? I did not imagine that, and I guess you didn't. And it still happened, and we are still living that. So we have to be prepared. Um, Let me give you some reasons if you are thinking about if you should or if you should not uh, get an emergency kit. So let me give you three reasons. The first one is it's very easy, like the amount of effort you have to put in getting an emergency kit, it's really worth it with the benefits. The second one is really cheap. You don't have to spend a lot of money for that. And the third and most important is that it can save your life and the life of your beloved one. So you don't need any other reason. And okay, next you now know that you have to get an emergency kit. So let me tell you the most important part of this, that is what inside an emergency kit. And these specifications are from the Canadian Red Cross. So here we go. Bottle of water, food, like non-perishable food like cans, medications, copies of official documents, flashlight, and please make sure your flashlight has batteries. A first aid kit, you can buy a first aid kit in any pharmacy or supermarket. Personal hygiene items for you and all the members of your family. Pet food and medication. Remember, pets are part of the family and you have to consider them. And finally, extra battery charger for cell phones. Remember that maybe in an emergency situation, cell phones will be the only way to reach or to contact someone, so you will want your cell phone to work. Um, so, in conclusion, um, preparation is very important for emergency situations. And the first step to be prepared is to have an emergency kit at your home, because it is easy, it is cheap, and it is worth it. It can save your life, basically. And I will leave you with this quote. It is from Ernest Gunn, an author, an American author, and it says, "The emergencies you train for almost never happen. It is the one you don't train for that kills you." Thank you very much for your time.